Okay. So changed the setup a little bit, so that way we don't have that really obnoxious shadow from the lights. But we have a kitty buddy now, and I don't know if that's gonna make anything clearer or if it's still gonna be blurry. I tried, what am I wanting to say? I tried doing a different setup, and I tried trying to figure out how to use my cell phone, and and then I just gave up. So still figuring stuff out. The live stream should start about now. You got here a lot faster than I was expecting. I will check that reference after the stream. Though I did see the pictures, the sketches you showed of the character the other day, and I liked those quite a bit. I liked his haircut. What I would recommend for him, since you're starting to design more interesting and unique haircuts, I would recommend doing like just shoulder up images of their heads. Just so then that way, like, we can see how unique his haircut is. Because if you're just doing, like, you know, I don't know, I think that's also just in general a good idea, just start practicing is like more than just front-on views, but especially since you're starting to experiment with more unique hairstyles, I would encourage that. So how are you doing today? Nothing is where I'm expecting it to be. Where's my nice pencil sharpener? Why did it go? I'm glad to hear. Your birthday was the other day, wasn't it? How was your birthday? How was your birthday, May? Was it a good one? I'm glad to hear. You had some cake and you went out to eat. What type of cake was it? Oh, I should pull up OBS to see what I actually have going on this. Okay. What kind of cake was it, and where did you go? Oh, I have 1,010,000 tabs open, and none of them are what I want. Oh, there it is. That's what I want. Look up a dugong face. I started sketching this at lunch, which is tiramisu. Tiramisu is pretty good. It's a light cake. I've been trying to get in the habit of getting these sketched on my lunch breaks, but that just didn't quite happen today. A chickeny cheese dish. Chickeny China, the Chinese chicken. Had a drumstick and my brain stops ticking. Watching X-Files with no lights on, or Don LeMay's on. I hope the Smoking Man is in this one. Like Harrison Ford, I'm getting frantic. Like Sting, I'm tantric. Like Snickers, guaranteed to satisfy. Like Kurosawa, I make mad films. Okay, I don't make films, but if I did, they would have a samurai. You gotta get a set of clubs, you know, the kind with tiny nubs, so that my iron Irons aren't always flying off the backswing. Get into a Sailor Moon. You know that cartoon has got the boom anime babes. And that's the end of that. That was as... Oh, with boom anime babes that make me think the wrong thing. I cannot help it if I think you're funny when you're mad. I cannot help it if I smile when I feel bad. I cannot help it if I laugh at a funeral. I like that, red hair with blue eyes, because the gray eyes were just, that shade of gray just was, I don't know. Oh, Dugong. Alright. Now for some actual inking. Okay. Alright, well let's stay in there then. Dump out everything that's in the pencil case. Well, that's interesting. So, I hear like a buzzing sound when I rest my arms on the desk. Let me know if that's audible to you as well. And how's the sound on this going? Because once again, we're just relying on the audio that the webcam picks up. You can sort of hear it? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Like, it's weird, right? Yeah, I'm not crazy. I'm just not. Orange juice. Was there any pulp in it? Yeah, good choice. Orange juice with pulp in it is just weird. I should start doing this whole, like, can you guess what tomorrow's animal is going to be? Because we're going in, like, alphabetical order. And then if I'm having a hard time picking an animal, I can just be lazy and be like, ha, yeah, someone totally guessed it. And then just, like, cheat. The little buddy's got, like... I think their faces look like vacuum cleaners. Yeah, I believe they're related. It's a dugong. And I believe dugong are related to manatee. And someone was telling me that dugong and manatee are related to elephants. Like, distant relatives. Which I thought was pretty cool. I mean, looking at them, I don't know, you would almost think, oh, a hippo. And dugong, if my cultural history is not completely incorrect, dugong and manatee are believed to be where sailors got the idea of mermaids. We looked up one of the major, we were trying to figure out what the differences were at work, and I believe we came to the conclusion that the dugong is a little bit more tapered in areas, whereas the manatee is a squish bean. Whoop. So yeah, I moved the camera to my left side, and I'm a left-handed person, so I foresee bumping that a little bit. This is all still a work in progress. We're still, figuring life out. Oh, it's not a bad looking dugong. Sean! What's up, rat? Squeak, squeak, squeakity squeak, McSqueakums, squeak, squeak, squeak. I'd say that in a Danish accent, but, you know, I'm not a pastry. What? Oh, that was gross. What was that? What? Gonna have to try out a different pen. How's Miami treating you, man? Don't triple dot me. But no, just kidding. Hi, how you doing? What's up? I'm American. That's my excuse. I'm a stupid American. It's just because I'm jealous of Denmark. I'm jealous of Denmark and how nice it is over there. That's it. I'm just jealous. I hear quality of life over there is significantly better. Therefore, I'm jealous and bitter and sour. I am like the margarita. I am salty. No quality margaritas in Denmark. I don't think I've ever had a good margarita. In my opinion, all margaritas have been kind of not good. I was hanging out with someone one day and they got a margarita and they were very confused when the little stuff along the rim of the glass was salt. And I was like, that's what they do. I guess, I don't remember who it was. Whoever it was had, every margarita they'd had, it had like sugar instead of salt. I squeak blasphemy. Man, I'm just striking out today. First, I've upset all of Denmark. Denmark in its entirety. What blasphemy have I squeaked this time? No quality margaritas. Hey, Suki. No worries. I'm just over here offending the world, so it's alright. My dad used to make me non-alcoholic margaritas. So basically just like homemade slushes. And his homemade slushes were without. I did see the puppy picture. He's very cute. So, sorry, I've been saying that all day long. I've been saying that all day long. But yeah, back to bad margaritas. So Dad would make me the strawberry non-alcoholic ones. And so like every time I would drink one of the big kid margaritas, I'd just be like, man, you know it's a bad sign when the non-alcoholic version is 10 times better than the stuff with the grown-up juice in it. Danemark. He's a world traveler, actually. He goes all over. I think it's because he doesn't know how to stop and ask for directions. He keeps taking the wrong turns in Albuquerque. Rumor has it he's also been into Area 51, but we cannot confirm nor deny. How's Miami? Welcome to Miami. I don't know the rest of the words. Somebody. Where are you going tomorrow? Around the world? In 80 days? Oh. Did you get your Chipotle while you were stateside? So we have quite a few people from different spots around the planet. Some folks are Canadian-y. And then, of course, we've got our stupid Yanks. We've got a buddy in Denmark right now. Well, he's not currently in Denmark, but that's where he gets his mail sent. You didn't get your Chipotle? Chipotle stocks took a serious hit after you left. Just so you know, like, serious hit. I don't think they've ever been able to bounce back. They now have a queso dip as well. And I've heard that the queso dip is no bueno? No good? Suki is a stamp collector, and he's got a nice little collection. Or rather, a pretty broad collection, if I remember correctly. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, we'll claim you, Surrey. I know, right? How can one screw up queso? It's just cheese that you've made, you know, squishy. Wet. Moist. Some people just like to watch the world burn. I don't know. I haven't had it. But I've heard people say that the Chipotle queso wasn't very good. Which is sad, because I firmly believe their guacamole is some of the best guacamole to be had. Dagnabbit. Kansas City got to try their, I think it was, their sofritas, which I think was their, like, tofu option. And then, what's that crumbly sausage? Grasshopper pie? That sounds familiar. I've had a grasshopper. Grasshopper pie, it's sort of like minty, chocolatey treats. I know it's I want to say it's like an Andes mint kind of treat thing. Grasshopper, whatevers. Qdoba for queso. The hometown finally got a Qdoba. We haven't been there yet, but we finally got a Qdoba. I went there like maybe twice at when I was in Chicago. Jonna liked it. I was meh. I preferred my chipotle. Yeah, we did the sofritas, which was the tofu, and surprisingly really good. And what's the sausage? Mint chocolate pie. I was right. Or at least I was close. I won't go about saying I'm right because nobody wants this to turn into one of those streams. What is this? Did I get Cheeto dust in my sketchbook? You have no stamp dealers. I would hit up like eBay. Chipotle burritos are magnificent because of their lime rice. This is a scientific fact. I'm surprised that you say Qdoba's chips are better though, because Chipotle's lime, it's a little salty, a little limey. No, you definitely don't get enough chips for the cost. I've gotten into the habit of getting a burrito bowl and some chips instead of a burrito. But I'm also a big fan of getting a burrito and then, you know, eating some as a burrito and then taking it home, or the next time I heat it up, just kind of shredding it up and eating it with chips then. Soggy with lime juice? Wherever you're going, they must be super generous with their lime juice, because I've never had moist chips before. Just trying to see if anyone reacts. It was mostly a Phoenix experience. I'd see that. They probably had to keep the chips soggy in Phoenix, so then that way they didn't burst out into flames because it's so flippin' hot. Chronic taco. I'll keep that in mind. Sean, have you had an In-N-Out? Have you had the In-N-Out burgers? I got to have some In-N-Out burgers. Dot. Don't you triple dot me. D is full dollar. Did I? What? Oh, dolorous. It's the captain! Oh, Captain, my Captain. Man, it's like we've got ourselves a rat and we've got ourselves a mouse. We've got all my buddies, guys. All my buddies are here. Dot, dot, dot. D is for Dippo. In-N-Out is a little overrated, and I can see that. Like, if it's one of those restaurants that you have easy access to, you're no heathen. I could see how that could get kind of old. For example, like for us, or at least in my area, Sonic. Like, a lot of people hear great things about Sonic, and, you know, I live in an area where I could go to 3 different Sonics in less than, 5 minutes. So it's like, yeah, Sonic's great, but I don't know if it's worth, if it's quite the hype. But I got to go to In-N-Out when I was in Phoenix last. It was good times. I think we're going to head back there in January. Suki is a cat. Meow. We've got everybody represented. Oh. Yeah, I've had like random other fried things appear in like my side dishes before. Like tater tots when I ordered fries, like a random rogue tater tot when I'd ordered fries. You're doing a coat for the zombie walk this weekend. What kind of character is the coat for? Is it like the rabbit from BioShock? Why did it take me so long to think of BioShock? You know who has really good onion rings? Winstead's. It had been so long since I'd gone to Winstead's. Onion rings are... Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Man, I getting the called out. Y'all, I'm getting called out. I prefer the term antique. I am antiquated. D is for doubles. Alright, Mr. Rat. If onion rings are overrated, what is the best side dish? And let's just to keep it simple, like the best side dish to go along with like your burgers or your fries or your chicken nuggets or whatever. McChickies. Mac and cheese. But you can't always get mac and cheese with your McDoubles. Retro. Cheese, Gromit. Cheese. I don't know what I think of this line business that I'm doing with this poor little bubble here. Like the idea was stronger in my head. If no mac and cheese and fries, steak fries, those little thin fries, curly Q fries, seasoned. You have to be specific, Sean. And it's not that hard. I draw a little and then I pause and I look up and then I draw a little and then I pause and I look up and I just kind of ramble and talk, which is something I've always been good at. Lord knows I like to hear my own voice. Someone has to like to hear my voice. Might as well be me. Fries are the soul food. Mac and cheese is the best dish. I like to go to the corner. Is it Corner Cafe? I like to go to the Corner Cafe and get their vegetable dish, which is basically you just get 5 of the side items. And I will get a side of I'll get a side of applesauce and a side of their seasonal fruit, and then 3 sides of mac and cheese. And they're always like, you want 3 sides of mac and cheese? And I'm like, yeah, well, you know, I would have done 5 sides of mac and cheese, but, you know, that's just a little weird. I need, you know, I wanna add a little more color to my plate. Sweat potato fries. Yeah, Sean, sweat potato fries are a little, you know, nasty. Thank you, Suki. I'm glad someone likes to hear my voice. Bleh. Is it because you've been squeaking in Danish so much? You forgot how to speak American? Video game stream. I am Merc. You never. No, you squeaked squawk. You squawked squeaks. Now we're just adding bubbles for the sake of adding bubbles. Yeah. So my initial plan when I was visualizing this had been sort of like I realize now that you can't. We've got to pick a pencil that might show up on the screen. Had been to kind of like have this frame I wanted to just keep them in this framed shape. But I don't think I gave him enough curve. Oh, bro couldn't bend that way. He old like me. So I was telling May that we should have a bet to see what animal Liz draws tomorrow. And it totally won't be because, you know, sometimes I have no idea when I draw what I want to draw for the next letter. Bubbles! But rat doesn't start with E. Oh, no, no, not an earwig. Never earwig. No. Cat and mouse. No. E-rate. Captain. Captain, why? Why earwigs? No, never earwigs. Earwigs are nasty. They're nasty. I sick the cats on those. They're nasty. A robo-rat. I might have to do a rat for R. Okay, so Suri actually guessed what I had been planning on drawing. I was gonna draw an elk. And I'll even show you D is for Danemark. R is so far away. Unicorn. Unicorn. Well, hopefully by the time I get to R, I will have mastered the art of ink, and I will be able to do the rat the justice it deserves. Excuse me. Oh, there we go. Ugh. Ooh. Oh. Oh. I need a Tums. That was not... The Crystal Pepsi came back up to say hello. Oh, I see what you did there. But for the elk, general shape. I don't even know if y'all can see this. Except, of course, you know, a little bit more anatomically on key. Something like that. For it, no copy. I know what no copy is, right? Not looking up what no copy is. What? No, you're looking up what no copy is. I do know what no copy. F is for ferret, and the rat wins. So I think that's what I'm going to do for the elk. Except, as I said, I would actually look up what an elk looks like and try to make it a little bit more anatomically correct. So I'm pretty stoked because this was like the fastest Inktober drawing I've ever made my way through. But I feel like I should hang F is for flea. Isn't that a band? Isn't flea like a band? F for fawn. A fawn would... I thought about doing a fawn. A fawn would be pretty cute. Guys, he's boring. Because the cat's got the fuzzy eviction. They are... I locked them out. Bumble tried to knock over my computer the other day. She'd put her little fuzzy feet on it and press down, and I got to watch it rock towards my face. Just so we're just... I feel like I should brag about how quick my reflexes were on that situation. Because with the right motivation, this girl can move. So who's been watching DuckTales? Woohoo! Sure, I'd try the chalk and walk. I would probably invest in like some knee pads. What do you mean nobody? Everybody is watching DuckTales. Woohoo. Urban Jungle. So, Suri, tell us about Urban Jungle. I'm not familiar with that one. Welcome back, Suki. And why are you throwing DuckTales on the ground? I feel like I say this every time, but Launchpad McQuack is the best part of that show. I hope your dinner was delicious, Suki. So sorry, the first episode is available on Disney XD's YouTube channel. Excuse me, I keep hiccup burping. So the first episode is available on Disney XD's YouTube channel. I highly recommend you check it out. It's good times. And for the rest of the episodes, I just bit the bullet and purchased the what am I wanting to say, the season view pass, because I really enjoy it. I've really enjoyed it so far. The voice acting is really good. Like, you can tell they're having fun. And I am in love with that intro. Do yourselves a favor and just watch that intro. The animation is spot on, and I love the composition. Mouse was talking about for those of you who are not in the know, Mouse is a super awesome seamstress and costume creator and just all-around artist, really. But lately she's been working on costume creations and armor in particular. Is that kind of what you're sort of specializing on at the moment? You've made some really neat crowns. Oh, and of course you are the neighborhood chat troll. Everyone should have one. I think Sean attempted to be the rat troll, but that'd be neat. That'd be neat, Suki, just to see like the artwork on them and such. Because it's boring to watch. I think you'd be surprised, because I would imagine what I'm doing right now is pretty boring to watch, but here y'all are. Not, I don't know, maybe this is boring to watch, and you're all just too kind to say so. And for those who don't know, Suki just recently got a puppers. He is Freddy, and he is a pug French bulldog mix, which is absolutely precious. He is a cute little puppers. And I'm so excited to hear all about his little adventures. We gave Gretel was carrying around one of her little ham bone bones. We got it, you can get them at the butcher. It's a little ham hock bone thing. Give them to the dogs. It doesn't hurt them. Traditionally those are used for like soups, to make broths and such, stock. But anyway, yeah, we give her those every once in a while. And she was carrying around one that she'd kind of stripped, or one that she had stripped. And so I put some peanut butter in it. So for those who are curious, Urban Jungle is a system that is pretty straightforward. Take the setting of 1920s to 1950s North America, but everyone is an anthro animal like Zootopia or Black Sabbath. That's interesting. So is there like a particular plot in it, or is that just like the setting and you can create your own plots? Dremeling the same area over and over is boring to watch, possibly, but I think you're you're entertaining and you know, personable enough to you know, make up for it. Like, people would come just to, like, spend time and socialize with you. Hey, Gretel has big eyebrows and an old lady beard and a tooth that sticks out. I heard that Great Danes... Did y'all hear that beeping? Or is that just me? Okay, so I wasn't alone. I don't know what that was. But yeah, corgis have the cutest butts. When I was house sitting for Annie, I fell in love with her black lab, Lottie. She was a good dog. It makes me want a lab so bad. But I don't, I cannot handle another puppy. They're just so exhausting, so much work. I'm so old. I can't handle a puppy. High fives! Why are we high-fiving? It's a noir setting to boot. The plot is what you make it. It does have a few examples, but otherwise the world is your oyster. That's cool. Are there like any fantasy elements other than the anther characters? My phase. Oh, high-fiving for May. Yeah. Oh, corgi change wallet. That's adorable. So I'm feeling like this guy is a lot more visually interesting now. I'd go to a corgi convention. I'd hit that up. There's somewhere that I want to say like a beach or a lake somewhere. They have like an annual corgi owners get together. And little corgers just kind of run around in the sand, getting all cute and... No! What have I done? You can't tell, but I'm crying. It's just a hair? Okay. Yeah, no, but nobody likes bald dugongs. Do they have whiskers? Do they have whiskers? Manatees have whiskers. They have whiskers. This one has whiskers. else I can do to make this guy more interesting. There's just only so much. Dugong. Dong. I found there were a couple times I wanted to spell it D-E, like the Pokemon. D-E-W-G-O-N-G. Dugong. Well, that's Inktober for today. So some of you guys were hanging out with me yesterday when I was working on yesterday's, and it just was bothering me. Like, I was not fond of this little guy at all, which is a shame. So, you know how I said I really, really didn't want to stay up until like 2 o'clock in the morning working on yesterday's Inktober? I was up until 1:30 working on yesterday's Inktober, so it wasn't quite 2, but it wasn't a decent bedtime hour either. And I'm pretty pleased with how this one came out. Pretty pleased with that, buddy. We go from that to that. And then we got ourselves a bat. And then a spotter. Back to Dugong. Ah. Nom nom that leaf. Yeah. I like to believe it's a tea leaf. Does anyone remember that Lipton tea commercial? It was a gentleman who was picking tea leaves, and he fights a caterpillar for one of the leaves. I know, it was pretty derp. Okay. So, I mean, that's technically what I've accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. It is 10:19. I'm down for, you know, some more streaming, or I'm down for calling it a night. I could start working on drawing the next illustration. Suki, trust me, look up this caterpillar tea commercial. Kermit is always a delight, but this caterpillar is without a doubt magnificent. You know what? This is what we're gonna do. Since you all are here, we're gonna turn this into a 3-marker challenge. You have 17 hours to kill, so you're down for whatever. I cannot provide you 17 hours of entertainment. Don't get me wrong. I am always a delight and a joy. But I have to take a nap. And by nap, I mean go to bed. Eventually. And then I also have, you know, my bill-paying job that I have to go do. So, 17 hours I can't give you, but I can at least do until 10:40. So that's another 20 minutes, yeah? Something along those lines. So let's do a 3-marker challenge, guys. Who wants to get in on this with me? Ooh. I do not start the live streams at a certain time. I just kind of, when I can. May's gonna join. Okay, so we could do either like a 3-marker challenge where we pull 3 random colors. Or we could do oh, what do you do for a 3-marker challenge? Okay, so for a 3-marker challenge, you just go to your collection of markers. If you don't want to use your markers, you can use whatever utensil you prefer, and you randomly select 3. And I must stress the importance of random, because that's that in lies the challenge. And with those 3 colors, you make an image. So I'm going to pull up my Jazza Arty Party. My Farty Arty Party. My Arty Farty Party. And should you join in, let me know. I can share it. And will I do the live streams on the weekend? For Inktober, possibly. I'm really pushing to try and film for the Inktober, at least during Inktober, just because I find that I'm more motivated to actually sit down and start working on them. Otherwise, I'll just kind of like sit there and be like, yep, I gotta go, gosh, gotta really do that Inktober business, you know? Yeah, no. But there are some live streamers that I like to watch sometimes, yeah? So I don't really want to stream while they are, because that's just rude. So I'm going to try to keep them flexible, yeah, no. My hand's not doing my... This is boring, yeah? So here are options, yeah? Alright, we've got the color challenge, which is where you pick out how many markers you want to use. And then it'll randomly select your markers from an input, the marker numbers that you put in earlier, yeah? And then we've got the character challenge, which it'll give you a prompt and you draw. Oh yeah, dear, I did. So then you've got your character challenge, yeah, no. And from there, it'll give you like a little prompt idea. And with that prompt idea, you make a character. Alright, so how about this? We'll do that. Yeah, we'll do the character challenge. How's that sound, guys? Yeah? Oh, will you all like to participate in the character challenge then? So for that, what we're gonna do, we're gonna check our settings here. We just want design. I'm not really wanting design and scenario. So we're just going to do the design. We're going to select character challenge. Now, you can't see it because, you know, why? Let's blow out the screen, yeah? What if I do this? Oh, that did nothing. Great. All right there, yeah. Oh, look at that, it's nice. How not? Nope, now it's not. All right, well, we're just gonna go. Okay, guys, so our character prompt. We all need to like make a little dude, a little drawing, a little character buddy. The app is not free, no, it's $2.99, but because we're all playing together, we're all gonna go off of this prompt and see what we each make. Oh, excuse me. Beg pardon, yeah. So what I would like for everyone to do, get your artwork creation piece of choice. Rat, I am expecting you to participate in this because, as you said, you've got 17 hours, and I know for a fact that hotels put in a little stationery set with a pen. Oh gosh, I went into the accent and now I can't get out. I'm trapped. So just get your drawing utensils of choice. Rat, I'm expecting you to participate. I mean, you can do the the hotel stationery, or you can always program something. That's your specialty. You're the master coder. So feel free to do that, yeah. And Miss Mouse, my cat, no hiding here, no, none of that. And Captain, I'm expecting to see you actually like sew up a costume for this, yeah. So our character. For our character, you have to implement a dark wizard who likes to eat some strange foods now, yeah, and who uses a lasso. And that's the end of that accent, because if I do continue it on anymore, I will get stuck in it. That's actually like the best that's actually the longest I've been able to hold that accent in a long time. So, for this drawing challenge that I have... That's fine, Siri. Take all the time you need. The south one, because they had fences. And the north one, because the south didn't know how to load their muskets. Oh gosh, I frame birded. So a dark wizard eats strange foods and has a lasso. Bless this. I have seen Dustin's Canadian pictures, and I hate him. He's so happy. I hate him for it. But no, really, yeah, they're really great. His photos are really, really amazing. Can you guys even read that? Yeah, no, his photos are amazing, and I'm so happy for him. Like, he needed to go find his creativity again. And I'm glad he did. I'm glad he found a place where he's able to be creative again. And I'm very happy for him. I would like to travel some more as well. It says mouse is your favorite. It does say, look at that right there. Wow, look at it, does say that. Jeez, like, that's intense. Can we how does that show up? I did. I put mouse is mouse is your favorite, or is mouse my favorite? Or is mouse the favorite? One of my favorite memes of all time is the one with the birds, and it was like, it's 3 birds, 2 babies, and a mom, and the mom is sitting on one of the babies' heads feeding the other, and it says, and that's when I knew I was not favorite. You've been out of state once? Where'd you go? I'm a mini traveler. I've done a little bit of traveling. We have a great wanderer. Yeah, the pencil isn't working too hot. We're going on an adventure. Is that better? It's still, yeah, it's just not gonna. Buckle your seatbelts. Is that better, guys? I don't know. I think that's better. Denver, Colorado. Oh, you found another group to hang out? Are you gonna go? Are you gonna try for that one as well? Or is the gonna try just kind of hang out with the one first? See how well that works. Okay. Man, this app comes up with some of the craziest stuff. Dark Wizard. You're a wizard, Ari. It'd be interesting if you gave Ruby a rival who was in that group. I've done a little bit of traveling. We could ask Rat where he's traveled to, but I mean, he'd basically just kind of have to just point to the general globe. It'd be faster for him to list off where he hasn't traveled. Dark wizard that eats unusual food who has a lasso. See, now, if it was a dark wizard who ate unusual food, I could work with that. Or if it was a dark wizard with a lasso, I could work with that. All three are just weird. Hey chat, I can't hear you guys. You need to speak up. You need to type a little louder, please. That's an interesting. Oh, you know what? Here. That's because this is the first time I've seen you in my chat. Uh-oh. Everyone's just disappeared. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna make you a mod real quick. Add moderator. Is there anybody else who needs to be made mod? I was waiting to see who would caps first. You have a lot of Hungarian and Romanian steps. Those are still cool. I made the mistake of doing the pop-out chat and moved it to someplace I can't see. Travel history for the last couple years. Nope, does not need to be a human dark wizard. I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong when I say you've been just about everywhere. So when it says domestic flights, Sean, is that Denmark domestic, or is that America domestic? Oh god, chat's disappeared. There you are. I have Australia. Ha! I have been to Australia. I haven't been to just about anywhere else you've been to, though. I've been to Europe, so can we just wrap all of Europe into say that I've been there? Any flight that starts and ends in the same country. Okay. Makes sense. Sean, do you have Mr. Mime in your country? Because I need you to catch me a Mr. Mime. How do shoulders work? Well, I need you to catch me Mr. Mime. So next time you go somewhere that might have Mr. Mime. And if you ever go to Japan, I need you to catch me a Farfetch'd. And then if you ever go to Australia, I need you to catch me a Kangaskhan. Are you sensing a pattern? I need you to fill my international decks. Casey and I are kind of competing to see who, kind of like competing to see who can fill out their decks the fastest. Casey's winning. Oh, camera, I'm sorry. What have I done? Casey's kind of winning. I mean, Casey's, just made of win in general, but she's kicking my butt. That kind of surprises me. I would have imagined a Mr. Mime would have been really good for that setting. I'm fixating on the shoulders. If I could get away with it, I would start playing the DuckTales theme song, because that song has been stuck in my head since yesterday. That's what I'm gonna listen to when we're done with the stream. I'm just gonna blare it on loop for the next umpteen hours. You do keep forgetting, and each time I get a little heartbroken. I'm always tempted to send you little messages to remind you, but then I figured that'd be getting close to nagging. Now make your wizard. I refuse. No. It's a dark wizard, not the spawn of Satan. Okay. You're gonna regret those words. You fool. Old dude bro's got way too much chin going on and not enough forehead. I realize like maybe that's because we're doing some perspective, but perspective's for the weak. Fun fact, kids, perspective is for the weak. So when your art teacher says, hey, you need to use some perspective, just be like, no, that's for the weak, bro. It's because he's getting old. Because the rat's getting old. Okay, guys. Hairstyle time. Because he's bald. I will probably be in all of your stamp collection. Because I like to see, you know, neato stuff like that. And you said you've got some, like, vintage ones as well. Not sure what to do about hair? Instantly go with Alphonse Mucha style hair. Art Nouveau everything. Skullet. Oh, don't feel weak, Suri. Why do you feel weak? Don't feel weak. No one needs to feel weak. Unless you're weak in the knees because of my awesomeness. I mean, like, that is highly understandable. We get it. Like, and I won't hold that against you. I mean, I'm pretty super fly. What is that? Oh, Captain. Captain. I'm a little surprised. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Oh, bro, what happened to you? Ooh. Looks like book 7 wasn't kind. Oh, Captain. Drumpf to. I refuse. Oh, ah ha ha, ah. See, I kind of talk, sometimes I just talk and then I forget about things that I'd said previously. Le gasp. Guys, I'm struggling with this neck. So here's sort of like his skull. There we go. There we go. Hello, tall, blonde, and evil. Oh yeah, one of the mouse's numerous husbands. And so Jean, tell us about it. Like, what's Harry Potter the play like? Did you see Harry Potter play, or was it The Cursed Child? Sorry, Cursed. I forgot your Danemark. I'm not gonna lie, I like the sound of Cursed more, but Merca. The Cursed. Okay. How was it? Did you like read the book beforehand, or did you just go see the play? It was all about the performance. That's what I'd wondered, because I'd heard, I've heard people say like the the novelizations kind of as Harry Potter is, yeah. I think Harry Potter is more about the world. I think that's what that series' strength is. It's the world. And the characters. Quite a few of the characters are magnificent as well. But I feel like the world she built. How do noses work now? We got shoulders that we're happy with. But I feel like the world that she built is almost stronger than the story that she told told in the world. You have Imperial Japanese? That sounds really cool. That's an interesting choice of soundtrack. Emojin. I keep soundtrack. It's an interesting choice. I was sorted, and I have mixed feelings about the house I'm in. It was the house everyone predicted I would be in, but the one that I refused to admit. Once again, when in doubt, Liz immediately tries to give him Alphonse Mucha hair. Are you saying that the rat is in Beaubaton, or am I? How does one get sorted these days? Well, you gotta know someone. That's Mary Poppins, y'all. That was my favorite part. Not gonna lie. That was my favorite part. Oh, whoa. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Yeah, the food bit's gonna be kind of hard. So you know what? If you've got food like hanging out in the background, that's cool with me. And we draw lazy hands. Lazy hands. Lazy hands, lazy hands. Drawing lazy hands 'cause I can. Michael Rooker is a nightcap. You get yourself some sleep, y'all. Michael Rooker is a national treasure. Somebody refresh my memory on that one. You're literally Googling how to get sorted. There's a... Oh gosh, what is it? It was like a Harry Potter fan site that just... I think it went legit. I think it like became canon Harry Potter site. And it had like a little quiz on... that you filled out. And it also gave you a Patronus. You could also take a quiz for a Patronus. My house was Hufflepuff, much to my initial chagrin. But then I saw Fantastic Beasts, and I got over it pretty quick. Oh, Rooker is a treasure to this country. Who's Rooker? Pottermore, that's the one. That's the one. Oh, excuse me, guys. I'm so sorry. That's a rather attractive collection of stamps. As much as I love having this guy topless, I should probably give him clothes. Oh, I'm with you now. I'm dumb. I'm awful with actor names. I really am. Much to the grievance, a buddy of mine, she's a big horror movie fan, and she goes to horror movie conventions, and she loves getting she loves meeting the actors and getting their autographs. And she got to see him a couple times. She said he's very nice. When I go to conventions, I tend to spend all of my my finances in the artist alley, which is where I should. Clothes are overrated, just like onion rings. Mom loves onion rings. Like when she's craving grease, she wants onion rings. I'm just like, oh, onion rings. They never sit well with me. They're always just so heavy and greasy. That said, Burger King has some pretty delicious onion rings. So Sean, wait a minute. Brilliant idea. Just logicked us something up. If you're in town, you're not in town. If you're in Miami for like the next 17 hours, why don't you like Chipotle it up, bro? You've got 17 hours. You could fit a lot of burritos in 17 hours. You may. No, I think you should. When's your next U.S. trip? Also, hey, I don't have a postcard from Miami. So, you know, just kind of like subtly tossing that one on the table. And we're gonna pretend that's the dark mark. This is Lucius Malfoy's seafaring cousin, and what he's holding and shall be consuming. Dagnab, I'm just Little Miss Popularity right now. What he's holding and shall be consuming is a jellyfish. And the logic behind that is because he wants to stay young and handsome forever. And if you look up jellyfish, they're like I think like theoretically they could live forever. Their cells are just so simplified. They can just regenerate, you know, forever as needed. They could like live forever, but they can't. They don't, because oftentimes they will eventually get injured grievously to the point that they just can't heal fast enough. So they die. His hair is so gorgeous. You'll be around for Thanksgiving. Cool. And he has a lasso. This is a lasso. It's a magic lasso that he uses to lasso up jellyfish from the water. That's his lasso right there. That's a lasso. Lasso. There's a recipe for jellyfish salad. That's interesting. I wonder how that works. So the rat's been sorted, and I have to guess. My guess is Ravenclaw. I thought at first I read that as you've been sorted, and it was like, I've been sorted, I guess. But no, you want us to guess. So I'm guessing it was either Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, Gryffindor, or Slytherin. I've got it narrowed down to those 4. My initial guess is Ravenclaw because you're smarty pants. There is a 30-second lag. Oh, my second guess? Is it Gryffindor? You're in Slytherin, aren't you? I've got another 30. You're a Gryffindor? I thought, Ravenclaw because you're smarty pants, and then I was thinking, Slytherin because you're pretty devious. Gryffindor, huh? My apologies. That looks like ramen. That looks like ramen, Suri. At first I was like, hey, that looks tasty, and then I was like, wait, that's a jellyfish. I feel like that's kind of cruel. But to say, so fun fact, guys, he is in focus in person. Why? I don't know why this is the only way things can be in focus. It's really aggravating. I'm really frustrated. Oh, now he's in focus. No, he's not. It's so frustrating. Yeah, as I said, that was not my first, second, or even third guess. Well, I guess it was my third guess. I didn't think he would have been in Hufflepuff. Nothing against the Huffpuffs, but, I thought you had more characteristics with the other ones. Yeah, you're a diabolical smarty pants. Smarty pants. I was Hufflepuff, and I think it's just because I'm cute and fluffy. Like a badger. And as they say, honey badgers don't care, and I just don't care. And at first I was upset with this, but then I saw Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and Newt is such a cutie boot. I know, right? One should never argue with the Sorting Hat, unless apparently you're Harry freaking Potter. Sorry, you haven't tried. So it's Pottermore. Go take the test and be sorted. Check it out. They also have that you can see what Patronus you would be, or you would have. I apparently would have a husky dog, which really surprised me. Do I collect used or unused? All postcards, both. Quite a few of them, especially from friends who live far away or who have traveled. They will, they'll send them to me on their journeys, and I'll get like nice little notes saying, hey, here's the postcard you blackmailed me for. But then I've also been out traveling, and I've gotten postcards from airports and gas stations. I was really excited. I got a postcard in the mail today from a group I had who'd made a board game that I had helped the Kickstarter, and they were announcing that they're doing an expansion pack to the board game, and that was part of their marketing campaign, which I thought was pretty clever. It had an image of because it's a haunted house. The board game centers around a haunted house, and you're trying to scare you're a ghost, and you're trying to scare visitors out of this little haunted hotel. It's not a house, it's a haunted hotel. And you're trying to scare guests out of the haunted hotel, and so it had sent this postcards with a picture of the haunted hotel saying, wish you were here, and then it had kind of like written over they'd written over it in a sort of hand-drawn font so that it said, wish you were not here. And I thought that was pretty clever. So I'm excited about that one. So, I just, whatever postcards come my way. I've got a little glass box full of them. I need to get a bigger box. I'm going to need a bigger box. I'm going to need a bigger boat. Well, guys, I ended up streaming a little bit longer than I'd anticipated. I'd kind of, when I initially started, I was expecting a 2-hour, because that seemed to be how long it's been taking for some of the previous Inktober drawings. But the manatee was just so basic fish that... Did you guys see what I did there? Basic fish. Wah, wah, wah. He didn't take that long at all. So... I'm glad we got to do this fun little character thing. I'm super excited to see what everyone does. If you chose to join us, I'm super stoked to see what you did. I believe everyone has different ways of contacting me. So by all means, do share. If you do, I will try and find a way to share them on the next stream. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'll try and find a way to share it on the next stream. Share those images, share your hard work. Which one of these was bad? On the next stream. That's the sentence I've said, I think, 3 times now. Liz is sleepy. Tomorrow's animal will be an elk. But do feel free to start guessing or thinking or brainstorming up what you think. I had to mentally do the alphabet there for a second. What the next letter will be, which is G. I had to do it. I had to mentally do the alphabet again. What you think G might be. I don't really think I have anything planned for it yet. So, you know, open to hear what you guys want to see, what you guys think. If I stream tomorrow, alrighty. Well, as I said, if you do end up drawing, just take a picture of it and send it to me on Facebook or Twitter, Instagram, any one of, just about anything out there really, and I can find a way to share it up here. So you know how I said I had to do the alphabet like twice and I still managed to mess it up all the times? Wait, no, I meant like I already know what I'm doing for F. G's the one I don't know what I'm doing for next. That's what I meant. That's totally what I meant. Alphabet? I know my alphabet. Shh. Shh. Don't judge. This is no judge zone. I'm waiting for the thing to catch up. So, gang, I think we'll call it a night. You guys have a good evening. Sean, if I don't get to chat with you sooner, do have a safe flight. I know there's only so much control you have over that, but, That's actually a good question. If you can... The Danes want to know. Sean, if you can find me an animal that starts with that character, I will be more than happy to draw it. Because there are 26 letters in the alphabet, in the American alphabet. And there are 31 days in the month of October, so I would be more than happy to draw that Danish character that I totally know how to pronounce. Totally know. So that's your homework for the next 16 hours, is to find me animals that start with those letters. If y'all can find me some animals that start with those characters, that is the that's the challenge. I will be more than happy to draw them. More than happy to draw them. Challenge accepted. Yep, good job. Guys, it was good times. I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, wait. 10 Okay. We got like 7 seconds before we're at the 2-hour mark, so... And peace.